Hi, my name is Quanasia and welcome to my book corner where I talk to you about books or series that I recently read. This book is called Seduced by the Plug by Tatum James. And let's get right on into it, okay? The female main character name is Nori. She has two daughters, Sasha and Kayla. Her baby daddy name is Caden. The male main character's name is Jabbar, and he has a sister named Melanie. Thus, I'm only telling you the people that really matter. It starts off with Nori. Nori is coming home from work. She's a CNA, and she coming home to her baby daddy playing the games. Her kids is upstairs. The kitchen is looking a mess. So she goes and tells the kids which one needs to, which one of y'all is supposed to be washing dishes. It's supposed to be Sasha. Sasha, I guess, is the oldest. I don't know. Sasha goes and washes dishes. She ends up in an argument with Caden. Caden never stays home in the house, barely is a father, and he talk about he going outside. So she was like, I came home thinking I'm gonna be laid up with my man, and he's like, nah, fuck you, you always are all day, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Right? Caden, we find out ain't shit in the beginning of the damn book. Okay. He goes about his business. She is upset. Okay, boom. I'm fast forwarding in some parts because I know we get to Jabbar. Jabbar has a daughter named Lucy. I forgot to say that. She's a little girl. She's like 6-7 years old. She's acting a plum fool in school, but it's really because she ain't got no mama because the mama died and she's acting a plum fool. If you don't know this, when a child loses their mother at a young age and they see other kids with their mamas, then they start feeling left out. I should know because I lost my mama while I was in elementary school, and a bitch was acting a plum fool. Okay, we going, right, go on with the book. So he has to go pick her up, takes her over to his mom's house, and the little girl got a suspension for like a week or something, or 3 days or some shit. So he takes her to the grandma's house. The grandma was like, I ain't playing with you, I ain't playing with that statue shit. By the way, the Lucy got a mouth on her, okay, and Jabbar don't correct her at all. He leaves the correcting to his mama and his sister Melanie. Anyways, we get back to Nori. Nori got a co-worker who, Kaima, whatever. I'm gonna call her Kay. Okay, so Kay and somebody else was her friend. But anyways, Kay ends up winning $15,000 or something. And she said, her boo that she was with at the time, she had to break up with him because he thought he was gonna spend her coins. So no, she decided to make a trip to Hawaii with Kay. And Kay decided she wanted to make a trip to Hawaii, so she took Nori and one of the other CNA friends. They go to Hawaii. She doesn't tell Kaden that she's going to Hawaii with whoever she going with, and he assumes she going with a nigga. Okay, because for some reason he feel like she should do and say whatever he wants because he's actually a drug dealer and he pays for everything. Her little paycheck don't pay for shit, and that is exactly how he would get her to stay in the house because he would be like, it would be a better life. Basically, it would be cheaper to keep me than leave me. That's basically what he was telling her, and she would fall for it every fucking time, and he did not give a fuck about her. Okay, boom. She's on a holiday with her friends. They are in Hawaii living it up. She happens to bump into a guy. The guy happens to be Jabbar. And Jabbar is there for his sister for graduating. And her sister brung her friend Brittany. Brittany likes Jabbar, but Jabbar ain't paying that little bitch any fucking mind. But when he sees Nori, he's stuck on stupid. He left her damn boots. He already likes her, right? Brittany did not like that. So anyways, they're going out to eat. He's like, we're going out to eat. Let's kick it. So all 6 of them, Jabari, his sister, her friend, Kay, Nori, and another friend, right? So they all go out to eat. Then they all go out to club. In the club, Brittany starts acting a plum fool, throws her drink on Nori, makes it seem like it was by accident. It was not. Nori decides she's gonna leave, and Nori and her friends decide they're gonna leave because her friends was finna put a hole in Brittany girl. And then Jabbar told her, okay bitch, this is my room, come see me, period. So she goes back to the room where her girls, they all sharing a room. Crazy work. She go back to the room. Everybody seemed like they I think it was a suite actually, but everybody seemed like they sleep. And she decided she was gonna go knock on Jabbar's door. She knocked on his door. He was like, oh, I knew you was gonna come, or I didn't think you was gonna come. They ain't do nothing. They just laid up and was talking. Anyway, she goes back to the room. They're like, Oh, bitch. Surprise. You thought we were sleeping? No, ho. I heard you creeping out. So, boom. They end up going back home. Kaden is still mad. Talk about you was out with some nigga. She was like, "What are you talking about? Like, you sound dumb." She goes back to work. She ends up coming home, and she sees that Kaden has a guest, and the guest is, lo and behold, Jabbar. Jabbar is why the fuck did I just stutter like that? Jabbar is Caden's boss in the whole life thingy, right? You know, he's a drug dealer now. He the big boss, basically. Jabbar's the big boss. So anyways, Jabbar, what happened? Caden and what you call it start arguing. Jabbar's there. Jabbar's like, you need to chill. She decides that while she's at work, no, when she was away, she had decided that she didn't want to be with Kaden anymore. She wasn't with it anymore. Something had transpired while she was away on her little vacation with her girls. After being laid up with Jabbar, she realizes that she deserved better. Okay, she was only staying with Kaden because she had kids by him, and she felt like, you know, they deserved to be with their daddy, even though that nigga was never home and didn't even pay them any fucking mind when he was home. And when they did argue, when Kaden and Nori did argue, the girls would hear it and they would cry and carry on. And one of the girls was like, "Why the fuck is you staying with this nigga when he ain't treating you well, nor is he treating us well? Bitch, we struggling. You're traumatizing us." So anyway, she's finally got it together and decided she was gonna leave him. So she walks in the house and she starts packing her shit for her and the girls, right? She decides she's gonna go over to her mama's house. So Kaden gets mad. "You ain't going no fucking way, bitch." Trying to choke her out and shit. And Jabbar Jabbar stepped in and was like, "Nah, you doing too fucking much." Almost beat Kaden ass. Told Nori to get her ass in his car, right? She had a car, but Kaden was paying for it, so he told her she ain't going nowhere with his motherfucking car. And when she said she would walk, that's when he lost it, because usually that works. When he say you ain't going nowhere with my car that I pay for, she usually like gives in and stays, right? Boom. Jabbar ends up taking her to a house that he actually owns because he's into real estate and he makes money off his real estate business, investing. And he gives her the house for her and the girls. She's like, "Thank you." He's like, "No problem." Then she moves in. They start dating. They hunched. They liking each other real bad. She decides she's gonna go back to get the rest of her clothes, but she wanted to get the rest of her stuff, but she was like, "Nah, fuck it," because Kaden was like, he paid for it, so you ain't getting all his shit. So Jabbar at a moving company, he had to boss up, he had to bitch out Kaden to get the rest of her, the kids' stuff. And Lucy ends up really loving Sasha and Kayla. Is Kayla her name? That's what it's gonna be right now. She really loves Sasha and Kayla, like that's her older siblings, and then they all become a real happy family. Lo and behold, though, Kaden was still upset with Jabbar for taking his bitch. That's what he kept calling Nori. He kept calling her his bitch. He didn't ever call her by this lady name, the mother of my children, nothing. That's how fucking low down stupid he is. So one day they were driving, right? Jabbar had just gotten Nori her pink G-Wagon, okay? And then asked her to marry him. I feel like this story was going by real quick. For it to be 205 pages, it was going by real fucking quick. But that's neither here nor there. They get engaged. They in the car driving to wherever the fuck. I fast forwarded too quickly. Rewind a little bit. They get the car. They get the car, the ring, and all that carrying on. She's waiting to hear back from her mother about getting the kids, and the mother was like, "The kids never came. Like, I thought you was gonna come drop them off." So she's panicking. She calls Jabbar. Jabbar is like, "I am on my way." She goes over there, and why the fuck this nigga done picked up the kids and had them take the phone away for them and was acting a plum fool. So once the girls came, so Jabbar not almost beat Kaden ass. The girls is in the car with Nori, and then Jabbar gets in the car and Kaden shoots up the car with the kids in it. Jabbar was able to get away, right? Now later on in the story is just him and Nori in the new car that Nori got from Jabbar, and Kaden decided he was gonna have some other nigga run down on the car and ends up getting killed, right? However, Jabbar gets shot 2 times, so he had to go to the hospital. He dropped off Nori at her parents' house. He damn near was in a coma. She was upset. She's like, we engaged, what's wrong with you? Kaden, he needed to be put down because that nigga was off his fucking rockers. To be quite honest, he was trying to get the girls to give him their new address, and the girls wasn't going for it. Jabbar was upset, like he thought the girls wouldn't fuck with him no more because he killed their father, and they was like, fuck that nigga, you know, I'm sad but I'm not, you know, fuck that nigga, I ain't really know him anyway. So yeah, it really was just like a cute little happy ending. It was like some shit going on, but it wasn't like too much conflict, you feel me? Like I feel like a lot of the story goes on where there's not a lot of conflict. Like Kaden ain't doing too much shit, but he does do a lot. You get what I'm saying? Like he does enough. Anyways, that was the end of the book. They had a baby. They was on vacation. Their 1-year anniversary. Everybody was there, and it was cute. I'm trying to remember if anything else had really transpired, but that was really it. If you have not read the book, I would recommend you go read it because I didn't put all the details. And if you have read it, girl, what did you think of it? Was it like, oh my gosh, did you almost DNF it? Like, what was it given to you? I will say this shit moved by very quickly, and I was okay with that. Anyways, if you could like, comment, subscribe, I appreciate it. Okay, bye.